everybody, what's going on? This is Karen back in the kitchen with another recipe. I made heart cookies the other day for Valentine's Day, and it's taken me a couple more days to get around to making the buttercream frosting, and I'm going to do that right now. So, in order to make a buttercream frosting, this is, you can use it for cupcakes, for cake, for cookies, for whatever you want. You're going to need butter. You're going to need powdered sugar, and you're going to need vanilla, and maybe a touch of milk. We'll see. So I'm actually halving the recipe because I don't need that much buttercream. But in order to make a really good buttercream, you're going to want some real butter. So come on down and take a look and see what I'm about to do. This is unsalted butter. This has just been sitting at room temp all day. There we go. I'm going to beat this butter really well for 5 minutes at a low speed. Lock it in. Actually, I'm going to do this. Okay, that's at the number 2 speed if you're on a KitchenAid. And I'm just going to let it go. So while that is mixing, I have my confectioner's sugar. Cheapest place to get it is at Aldi's. And I'm going to bring out I have a little measure cup. This is not exactly a sifter, it's a sieve, but it'll do the same job. And a nice dry bowl. And you're going to want to sift yourself a cup and a half of confectionery sugar, powdered sugar, icing sugar, whatever you want to call it. So this calls for a cup and a half, and I'm going to do half at a time. Not exact, that's okay. And then we get another half. Okay. This might be just a teeny bit more than a half. It's not one of those where you can just take your knife and go straight across. Okay, so I know that that's 1 cup. Start sifting it. Might be a little messy, but that's the quickest way of doing it, and I still have half a cup. Now, because I used unsalted butter, you're going to want to add a pinch of salt into this recipe. Just a little pinch. That's the rest of it. And this way that there's no clumps in your buttercream, in your icing. Just scrape down the butter on the sides. And this butter is looking really, really good. Really. It makes a difference when you mix it. So with all the already sifted confectionery sugar, I'm going to take what's sifted, I'm going to pour some in, and slowly That's it. Just keep on adding that in slowly. Alternate mixing and adding the powdered sugar. Now if you want to measure this, you can, but I'm just going to put in just a couple little drops. Of vanilla. I'm going to add some more in. And keep on mixing. Keep it like a little bowl, so you can take like just a little bit of pinch, a bit more of a pinch, and mix well. Okay, so I have a little bit of half and half, and I like it because it's a thicker cream. It's not just like 1%, 2%. It's going to be nice and thick. And you only need just a touch, just a teeny bit to make it go a long ways. So go very slow. I think it's gotten to the consistency that I like, so I'm going to undo this. And you take your paddle and you hit it up against the inside of the bowl, because that'll clean it off so much quicker and so much easier than for you to sit there and take a spatula and try to get it off yourself. So this is the consistency of my, you shake it and it will come off, but it's not too thick. It is beautiful. And it's delicious. Okay, so I have a little bit of red food dye right here. And I'm going to drop the teeniest amount. Right here in the icing. Now that is beautiful frosting. I'm so sorry, my computer just stopped in the middle of me recording. I have up to here, but I did decorate some cookies so far, and so just come on down and watch me finish decorating the rest. You can see I have done 3 cookies so far. I'm on my 4th, running out of frosting. Now remember from the other day that this part is really fragile because it kind of came off, so I don't want to press too hard on the outside right there. So if you are great with cakes and frosting, you want to put this buttercream into a piping bag and do your cute little decorations. By all means, do that. I am not so secure with frosting. I'm great at pastries. I'm great at making many different pastries and scones and a lot of many different things, you name it. But as far as cakes, frosting, and piping goes, I'm not it. It is just not in my wheelhouse. It is just not my forte. Okay. I want to make sure that I have the same amount of icing on the edges that I do the middle.